I'm serious, you guys. I love my people, man. Shout outs to my brother Tariq Nasheed, man. Shout outs to Black 363. Shout outs to the Black Authority. Because they're coming at our people from either a spiritual point of view, a historical point of view, esoteric, you know. But all this nitpicking and shit kicking and I don't like his ideology. His ideology don't match mine. We finna be. If you ain't no coon in the room, we gotta learn how to goddamn make this shit work. We gotta learn how to love each other. I repeat, if you ain't no coon in the room, you need to learn how to love each other. There's so much negativity in the black community, and what I'm finna say is easy as 1, 2, 3, ABC. This is what they want. This is what they want. We all might be playing into a bigger chessboard, and motherfuckers don't see it. This is what they want. How do you unite the people when you steady dividing the followers for following this person or that person? You're coming at each other, which is overall coming at each other's following, which is overall sending millions of cross symbols to millions of different people. Okay, y'all know how these y'all love to talk about like and share for the algorithms. Well, the algorithms of black hate is going up. The algorithms of black hatred are more frequent than before. We are using social media to display our dislike for one another. We can have these conversations in private Zooms. I mean, for real, a private Zoom conversation. Holler at them. You don't need to blast that shit out on YouTube, blast it out unless it's a coon in the room. You need to leave that man alone. Let him do his thing. As long as he ain't tap dancing, buck dancing, and passing the buck breaking, let him keep shaking. You know what I'm saying? Let that man do his dance. As long as he ain't dancing for that bullshit. You know what I'm talking about? As long as we ain't dancing for freedom and shit, that lame shit. But hypothetically, let that man do his dance. It's too much dissing going on. All we doing is since Tariq Nasheed and Dr. Umar fell out with each other and bumped heads, you niggas have made this shit a trend. And once again, shout outs to Mr. Nasheed, because he's coming at y'all from a historical point of view. He is using historical to paint a future that we can all avoid. You see what I'm saying? But this nitpicking, this bickering, this back and forth and being magnified by Vlad, the comedy hype, and other folks, it ain't doing nothing but perpetuating that same image we've been perpetuating, that they gave to us to perpetuate. Let's check ourselves. Checks and balances. Checks and balances. Let's quiet it down on social media. It's okay to speak on things, but back and forth and going out your way to make a whole video to diss these people, man, we need to stop it. If ain't a coon in the room, call that person. Talk to that person on your own free will. Stop bringing everybody else into this. Stop bringing the following into this. Stop doing that because you hurting other folks and you might not realize it. I'm going to give you an example. Dr. Umar and Tariq Nasheed. I was following both. These niggas started bickering. I ain't know which way to go. And I went with Mr. Nasheed because that shit be real. Okay? But that don't mean that the information that Dr. Umar be putting out is not just as real. Because he know his shit. Even Tariq Nasheed admitted that. He said he's a great orator. He does a great job of orally explaining the facts. But there's so many people who don't know facts, who don't know the facts. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many people brainwashed by that Christianity vibe, the way that Umar preaches out there. Because he is the descendant, the way that he's a descendant of Marcus Garvey, a descendant. You know what I'm saying? That preaching lingo. Some people receive that very well. Some people receive that very well. So when you come for when you begin to throw riffs at each other and the following don't know which way to go, they look this way, they missing out on what he got for them. They look that way, they missing out on what he got for them. And if it's a coon in the room, don't nobody need to listen to him. I repeat, don't nobody need to listen to no coons. But what I'm saying is information needs to be shared through my people because there's so much my people don't know. How you doing? I'm in the hood. How you doing? I'm in the projects. You feel me? Right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my people house. They got the box spring on the floor. You feel me? Real nigga shit. And it's the people in the hood that y'all need to be trying to reach. I don't, Dr. Boyce, talking about this is for smart, educated black people. That's not all of us. You only talking about what? 15% of us out of 13% of America. And man, we all know how they not educating black folks. So when Dr. Boyce Walking jump on there, this is the channel for educated black folk, intelligent black people. You are singling out, nigga, 80% of your people. Real nigga shit, because most of us in the hood or in prison. Holla at me, most of us, and I'm being fucking dead serious. You can hate it, you can love it, you can dislike it. I don't give a fuck. For the Advice Show, the African Diaspora Show, y'all love to say, not all of us are criminals. Most of us are in the hood, though. You feel me? So when they come to get this information out, I wish that y'all would just focus on the information and waking up your people like it was when we was getting killed by the police when Obama was president. You see, we done all lost our footing. Black 363, you too. I need y'all to get back on putting out that knowledge. We don't care about what the fuck Joe Budden got going on. We don't care that Joe Budden and Charlemagne fell out. We don't care. Stop doing that. Y'all let that shit ride. We got our own independent. We got black people are using YouTube to create their own independent medias, and all they want to do is follow the white man's media. Come on, this is backwards. All we got our we get platforms to speak, and all we want to do is talk about what Cardi B just said, what Jay-Z just said. And what happened to putting that information out about my eye? Balance within self. What happened to polygamy and misogyny and patriarchy being broke down? What happened to spirituality being broke down? Now all we doing is talking about what they talking about. We talking about what we want them to talk about on mainstream TV. Man, fuck that shit. Let's really be about this shit. Let's really be about this shit. And just zone off in our own little zone where we discuss us and handle our business the right way. Because can somebody point me to an Asian channel? Can somebody point me to the Mexican channel? And they exist. They exist. But they not talking about what the news is talking about. That's my point. They're not talking about what the rappers is talking about. They're not talking about what the comedian just said. They're talking about their problems. They're talking about their solutions. They're talking about what they seeing to each other. Let's stop being parrots. We being parrots, copying off of parrots while the parrots watch us. It doesn't even make. We are eagles acting like parrots.